I added a new suite effects. It's called Assassin's Creed Revelations V2.
Sean, it's me. What's happening?
Shut up! I don't want to hear the depressing song again. Depressing thing again. So I've realized that the reason it was so dark is because suite effects usually lower the brightness things just so they can add more color, because there's so much brightness automatically, even without it being on full 10, that it doesn't really add that much color. So suite effects are actually lowering down the brightness and then adding more color. And so what I have to do is just brighten it up. So this actually looks really nice on full brightness. Yeah. Anyway, before this ends,
Yeah,
I am just gonna run in here. Shut up. I don't want to hear this.
Yes.
Lag.
I'll be there soon.
Goodbye.
Babe.
Yes, stay. Don't finish the sentence. It's depressing.
Dear sister, Masyaf is overrun by a battery of Templars, and their motive is clear. They desire the secrets locked away in Altaïr's library. Secrets they believe will lead them to something called the Grand Temple. Whether or not this is true, I do know the library is real. I have seen its door for myself. But none can enter. Not without 5 keys which were sent to Constantinople with Niccolo Polo almost 300 years ago. Claudia, I must find these keys. The Templars have already located one, and I do not know how difficult it will be to find the others. Only time, skill, and a bit of luck will tell.
He's aged quite a bit, to be honest. Sequence 2, The Crossroads of the World. Constantinople, May 1511. Okay, 1511. Now, in Brotherhood, when Duccio showed up, I'm like, okay, he dies in 1520, but isn't he in Revelations? And this actually makes more sense now. Got it. Though he's pretty old compared to what he was like less than 10 years ago was when Brotherhood was taking place. 8 years ago, I think it was. But he looks pretty old.
A magnificent sight.
It is a work in progress.
No city in Europa has a skyline quite like this.
Well, to be precise, that is Europa. That is Asia.
Ah. Some borders even the Ottomans cannot move.
Very few. You are Italian by the sound of it, but your outfit is not. Have you been traveling long?
Si, da molto tempo. I left Rome 12 months ago, looking for inspiration. And that search brought me here. When I was a child, my father told me stories about the fall of Constantinople.
You must mean the conquest of Constantinople. I suppose the moral of any story matches the temper of the man telling it.
That we can agree on.
Güzel. Constantinople is a city for all kinds and creeds. Students like me or travelers such as yourself.
That guy is going to be very important in the series, I can tell you that
I have
much.
so much work to return to. But it is good to be home.
Work? When I was your age, my interests were mainly salve.
Incredible. I am surprised you got anything done.
As was my mother.
It was a pleasure speaking with you, Bey Effendi. I hope you find something to hold your interest here.
I have faith I will.
Yardım edebilir miyim efendim?
Grazie, dear boy.
A scholar and a gentleman. You are full of surprises.
Very few, my friend. Eksik olmayın.
May God bless you.
Hoş geldin kardeşim.
Welcome, brother.
Unless the legend is a lie, you are the man I long to meet. Renowned master and mentor. Ezio Auditore da
Prego.
Excuse
forgive
me.
I have a hard time remembering that Italian gibberish. Da Firenze.
The city where I was born.
Ah, yes. So, by your custom, I would be Yusuf Kazim da Istanbul. I like that.
Istanbul. Yet another name for this city.
Evet, it's a local favorite. Come, Mentor da Firenze. I will show you
Mentor
around.
da Firenze. Anyway, my game is lagging just a little bit slightly, so I will be right back. Alright, that seems a little better. The Golden Horn. The Golden Horn, or Halic meaning waterway, is an estuary flowing into the Bosphorus Strait that bisects Constantinople into its northern and southern halves. Because of its breadth and depth, what does breadth mean? The Golden Horn has served as a natural harbour since the days of ancient Byzantium. In 1502, the cessation of violence between Ottomans and Venetians, Sultan Bayezid II invited the famous Florentine Leonardo da Vinci to submit a design for a bridge that would span a 250-meter wide section of the Golden Horn. Upon seeing Leonardo's design, however, the Sultan felt the project was too ambitious and scrapped the idea. 4 years later, Bayezid extended the same invitation to a young artist named Michelangelo, but Michelangelo, being an avowed rival of da Vinci's, refused the Sultan's invitation outright, evidently incensed that Leonardo had been asked first. Oh, so I want to read up about you. Okay, Master Assassin Yusuf Tazim has welcomed you to Constantinople, and would like to give you a tour. Get to know him and the city. Do not wander far from Yusuf. Sure.
Welcome to Galata district.
Yeah, there is Yusuf Tazim. I was waiting for this. Abstergo has some data on this guy, gathered a few years back, but there's not a lot about him in standard history books, which I'm sure he'd be happy to know. Yusuf Tazim was a Turk born in Bursa around 1467, but was raised in Constantinople from the age of 8 by his mother. His father was an assassin, and presumably that's how Yusuf became one too. But there's no mention of what happened to Papa Tazim. Was he killed? Did he desert the family? Your guess is as good as mine. By the time he was 17, Yusuf was well known around the city as a rabble-rouser and a petty thief. But a chance meeting with the legendary Vizier Ishak Pasha changed all that. Ishak was an assassin too, operating in the Siblum Porte right under Bayezid II's nose. It was Ishak who had defeated Vlad Tepes and later brokered the tentative truce between Ottomans and assassins. But in the late 1480s he was busy recruiting open-minded citizens of the empire to his order's cause. Yusuf was taken with Ishak's charisma and easy manner of leading, and so joined the assassin just before his 20th birthday. From there, Yusuf's rise was swift and assured, and by 1500 CE, he had made quite a name for himself. In 1502, Yusuf met with a contingent of Venetian assassins in Greece, in a joint effort to steer the Ottoman-Venetian war to a peaceful end. These efforts appear to have paid off, for in 1503 the fighting stopped, ushering in a brief era of peace on the Ottoman Empire's western border. Perhaps made complacent by the assassin's success in keeping the peace, Sultan Bayezid II grew soft in his final decade, preferring his mystical texts and alchemical experiments to governing. This suited the assassins just fine, for a dull peace was preferable to endless war and imperial expansion. But following the earthquake in 1509, a new threat appeared in Constantinople, Templars fighting under the old Byzantine crest. Stirring from years of relative calm, Yusuf once again roused his assassins to begin the long and difficult fight ahead. Okay then.
Centuries, it has been a home to orphans from Europa and Asia alike. You won't find more diversity anywhere else in the city. And for that reason, assassins make it their home.
I would like to see where.
Kesinlikle. The Brotherhood is always eager to meet the man who put the Borgias out to pasture.
Can I turn the sound up? Just slightly. Only slightly. Wrong one. Sound? It's already full, damn it. Doesn't matter then.
Oh. Does everyone in this city know I'm here already?
Well, your Holy Land tussle with the Templars did not go unnoticed.
Gentle push.
When I first
Hold
set
empty
out,
hand button while walking to gently
violence
push
was
people
so far
aside.
from my mind. I sought wisdom. The contents of Altair's library.
Not realizing it has been sealed for 3 centuries?
No, I assumed as much. But I never expected to find Templars guarding it.
Very troubling, no? 5 years ago, Templar influence here was minimal. A small faction with dreams of restoring the Byzantine throne. But they're growing in number, day by day. And with Sultan Bayezid on his way out, they may try something
What's going on?
dramatic.
Is there no heir to the Ottoman throne?
Not just one, 2 angry sons. It's a familiar pattern with these royals. When the Sultan calls, the princes draw their swords.
Oh, it's a space fast walk. I didn't know that.
Between the Templars and the Ottomans, you must stay busy.
Ezio, I barely have time to polish my blade.
Well,
Leave some for me, eh?
I will. Don't worry. Oh, can't stay too far away.
Ezio, there! Another wave! No. Watch. Byzantium is dead, as are you. The whole city wakens to welcome you, Ezio. First the regents, now the rats. Ottoman soldiers have a special loathing for these Byzantine thugs. That gives us some breathing room.
How much?
Just a little. They'll still kill you if you look at them wrong. But they will feel bad about it later.
Touching.
Yeah, it's very
It's
touching.
not so bad, really. For the first time in many decades, the assassins have a strong presence here. It wasn't always that way. Under the Byzantine Emperor, the assassins were hunted down and killed on the spot.
Visit a doctor to regain health. Hold space while walking close to people to pickpocket them. Whoa, you have
We're almost there.
720 on you. Oh, you're rich. Let's go. Let's go. Galata Tower. Built by Genoese settlers in 1348 as an expansion of their colony on the north shore of the city, Galata Tower was the key component to a larger defensive structure, most of which had been dismantled by the time of the Ottomans. In the 17th century, the tower is purported to have served as the launch point for one of the earliest sustained unpowered attempts at a human flight. According to reports from a travelling historian, a man named Herzafin Ahmet Chalabi strapped himself into a homemade glider one fine day in 1632 and threw himself off the tower's cornice. According to this one and the only eyewitness, Hazafin's flight took him over Galata and across the Bosphorus waterway, where he landed safely on the shores of the Asian continent. Awed by his apparently supernatural abilities, Sultan Murad paid Hazafin a fat bag of gold coins, then banished him to Bulgaria, where he died some years later. Later in the 18th century, the Ottomans began using the tower to spot fires in and around the city. By the late 20th century, the only fires of any concern to visitors of Galata Tower were those burning up the floor of the nightclubs built in the tower's apex. That's right, dinner and dancing for a modest price high above the world. Far cry from the rather staid impulses of the Middle Ages, no? So it turns into a nightclub, okay. That guy who jumped off and safely landed though, that's impressive. So someone didn't want him spreading the word that he finally learned how to fly and just told him, go away, I'll give you this money. Okay then. That is so tempting to go up right now, but it will probably fail my
This way.
sequence. Whoa, awesome. Enter the Assassin's HQ. Okay. Whoa, hi. What the fuck? Alright, I stole money from you. I was a little confused there. I'm like, what the hell? After Brotherhood and all those Harlequins and everything trying to attack me, I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Say hello to your extended family.
Salute a voi, assassini. It is an honor to find such fast friends so far from home.
You see, brothers? Our mentor is not afraid to weep openly in front of pupils.
Do not worry. I will not make a habit out of it.
Ezio and I were ambushed on the way here. I'd like some of you to do a sweep of the area. Hey, man! And you, Ezio. Your weapons and armor are in a pitiful state. Maybe find some money and repair what you can. There is a blacksmith nearby. He's a friend.
Buona idea.
Okay, Ezio's equipment is not in good condition. Explore Galata district and upgrade his equipment. I can do that. Chests can be found around the city. Loot them to find money and items. Systemic events might occur as you walk around the city. Citizens in need of help may reward you for your assistance.
You will not find fairer prices than these, friend.
Okay, I'll trust you. Armor. Boomba. Can I buy anything? No, it doesn't look like it.
I have wondrous weapons and finely crafted armor for your benefit.
Ah, there's a chest. Pay a visit to buy new gear, refill ammunition, or repair your armor when it's broken. Hi. You had to turn around. You had to turn around. This gunpowder offers a medium explosion, allowing you to affect multiple targets. Nice. Gunpowder creates a small explosion, allowing you to minimize casualties around the target. Oh, that's actually very useful as well. Because you might, I don't know, me trying to affect one guy, but there's citizens around him. I don't know. Okay, I guess I've already pickpocketed those guys. I don't know. I swear I only pickpocketed one of them, though. I have no idea. I thought the orange circle would be like a citizen needing help or something, as the systemic events said, but no, it wasn't.
Praise the heavens! We feared we had lost our mentor to the vices of the big city.
I am content with my own vices, grazie.
So, what's on your mind, Ezio?
Tell me more about the Templars. You call them Byzantines. The Byzantine Empire was overthrown 60 years ago.
These men are remnants of a line loyal to the cause of the last emperor, Constantine XI. Who leads them now, however? I cannot say.
Capisco. I suppose it is up to me to find out.
Ezio, where is your hook blade?
My hook blade.
You've never seen one? I grew up using these.
Show me how it works.
Follow Yusuf to learn how to use your new hook blade. Perform every hook blade move successfully at least once. I love the hook blade. It's awesome. It's basically a second hidden blade with the ability to... In Assassin's Creed 2, you get taught to jump up to higher ledges. In Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you have to use the climbing glove. In this case, you use the hook blade. It's cool. And you get it like right away. It's awesome. See how there's an eagle thing on it now? Boomba. Wait, what are we doing? Why are we going over here? What are you doing? I didn't know we're going over here. No. I didn't know. Save me. Yusuf. Damn it.
Think of the hook blade as an extension of yourself, Ezio.
No. How did you do that? God damn it. This old age is getting to me. Really? Are you kidding me? You see? He like jumps twice the height he did before. Okay. We can do this. Bomba. Oh, you serious? You serious? You serious, mate? It's annoying. I love how far you can go up with just the hook blade, though. It feels like it's double the height that you can jump usually in the other games. Altaïr couldn't jump that high, but still. Ooh, data fragment. Yeah, these are the things you need. I need to show it to you later. But...
You think I cannot make this one? Didn't break a sweat.
Oh yeah, usually you carry these things around, but if you use empty hand button, you actually don't. You just swing on it. It's awesome. But before you go into the gate when you're with Desmond, there's these 3 pillar thing, or maybe it's more than 3, but there's these pillar things behind him. And if you have enough data fragments and you walk into the ones you've unlocked, they basically go into Desmond's past memories, like his stories, and they're really cool.
Must hurry.
Damn it! I got another data fragment there.
At his age, how does he do that?
Hi. The only thing I don't like about this game is that there's no mercenary thief or courtesan important people. I wish Claudia was still here. Wish La Volpe was, but he's probably dead of old age, and maybe Bartolomeo, but I guess they have no reason to be in Constantinople.
Watch and learn, Ezio. We call this a hook and run. Sprint at your opponent, and just as you reach him, use the hook blade to slip by.
Alright. Let's do this. Run towards the assassin and hold, Imagigi. Bomba. Objective completed. Perform every hook blade move successfully at least once. That's cool. So run with the right mouse button, but don't hold down space. I remember I kept on doing that in the past when I was playing Xbox. Hi. You okay, mate?
Oh, Father, is that you? How did he escape?
Don't do that. Alright, that guy tried killing me out of nowhere. Okay, database, recent entries, Ottomans. The Battle of Befis, fought just 50 kilometers to the east of Constantinople in 1301, marks the first recorded mention of the Ottomans in world history. Led by a man called Osman, the modest army of Turks won this modest army of Turks won a stunning victory over the Byzantine opponents, routing them from the battlefield and driving them north to the edge of the Sea of Marmara. The defeat shocked the complacent Byzantines, who had already been struggling for decades to maintain a grip of the region. Over the next 150 years, the strength and size of the Ottoman Empire grew, practically unhindered. Winning victory after victory, the Ottoman sultans slowly but surely engulfed regions once controlled by the mighty Byzantine Empire. First in Anatolia, now modern Turkey, then in Thrace, present-day Hungary, Greece, Macedonia, Albania, etc. Over time, the Ottomans' increasing presence in Eastern Europe began to worry the West, and most especially irked the Vatican, whose hatred of the Eastern Orthodox Church now seemed to more quarrel over semantics in light of the encroaching Islamic Empire. But when push came to shove, even the Pope could not be bothered to send aid to the ailing Byzantine Emperor, whose empire by the middle of the 15th century contained only the capital Constantinople and its surrounding villages. Then at last in 1453, after 54 days of fighting, I wish you wouldn't do that. God damn it! Go back! I'm sorry! Then at last in 1453, after 54 days of fighting, Constantinople fell to the Ottomans too. Led by their Sultan, 21-year-old Mehmed II, the Janissaries poured through a breach in the wall into the city. Upon entering the city centre, the victorious Sultan headed straight for the renowned Hagia Sophia. Reaching the ancient cathedral, he fell to the ground and sprinkled some raw earth over his turban as a sign of respect. Eager to relocate the capital to the shores of the Bosphorus, Merit's first order of business was to rebuild Constantinople, now rendered as Constantini in Turkish, and colloquially called Istanbul by many of its residents, as a model city of a cosmopolitan empire in the decades after conquest. He was careful to preserve what he could of the old Byzantine capital, while imbuing everything with a modern Ottoman meaning. In this, Sultan Mehmed must be considered a success, for in little more than a few decades the population exploded from a paltry 40,000 citizens to well over 100,000, holy shit. Muslims, Christians, Jews, and Romani. People flocked to the city from east to west, drawn to the capital bursting with commercial life, in the heart of an empire that valued religious and cultural diversity not only by tradition, but by rule of law. Alright then, that's a little surprising. Little long, but a little surprising.
Ottoman hook blade has two parts, you see. The hook and the blade. So you can use one or the other. An elegant design. How about a bigger challenge?
Va bene, let's go.
Climb the tower in under 60 seconds. The view from Galata. Ezio is now the proud owner of Ottoman's hook blade and needs a bit of training to master it. Training Yusuf is more than happy to provide. Let's do it. Also, we can buy buildings in this game too. That's cool.
Having fun? That's right. Let the hook blade do the work.
I wish I could beat Yusuf, but if I bumped into Yusuf, then
Throw
I'd probably
yourself
fall.
into it.
Damn.
Welcome to Constantinople, Ezio. The crossroads of the world. Many generations of men have ruled the city, but they have never subdued her. She always bounces back.
It seems a fine place to call home.
It is. Race you to the bottom?
Stand on the perch, synchronize with the viewpoint. How do I... Will it show me the button? Oh, it's V. Okay, I didn't expect that. Why the hell is there a haystack on here? Okay. Can I, like, go on there? Perform a leap of faith. I don't want to yet. Ooh, 1 out of 10. 1 of 10 memorial pages collected. Collect the 10 lost memorial pages to unlock a secret location in Constantinople and find the treasure. Cool. Let's go. Pigeons indicate ledges where you can perform a leap of faith.
I am impressed, Yusuf. My brothers in Roma would like this.
Just give credit where it is due.
Yusuf, çabuk buraya gel.
Huh?
An attack on two fronts, Galata and the Grand Bazaar.
Every day, the same bad news. How is your appetite for swordplay?
I do what I must.
Good man.
I will do what I must. Okay, I'm just putting my coffee down, I'm sorry. Perform a zipline assassination. Word has reached Yusuf that the Templars are attacking two separate assassin dens. Follow Yusuf while he conceives a plan. Advanced tactics. Okay.
Well, that's certainly audacious.
What was that entry? I like reading entries. I don't know why, I just like reading entries. That's the wrong thing. Okay. Database, recent entries, It came up with a thing, though. Constantinople, Masyaf. I want to read up on Masyaf. Hidden away in the Orontes Valley is what is now Syria, Masyaf. is what is now Syria. Masyaf was the headquarters of the Assassin Brotherhood in the Levant. Its proximity to Jerusalem, Acre, and Damascus made it the natural center of assassin influence in the region. By the Third Crusade, Masyaf had become a political, cultural, and geographical center of the assassins. A training ground on impenetrable fortress, a sanctuary, a vast library, and a base of operations for the Brotherhood. Masyaf was all these things, yet the public's perception of the citadel was far less complete, for in those days, the citadel and its inhabitants were kept isolated from the large populace. Life within the walls of Masyaf was spartial and strict, consisting of many regimented rituals and challenges, and it was an exclusive group. Assassins, mostly men, were born into the order, not recruited and trained from an early age to obey their mentor and adhere the creed. In 1191, the Crusade commander Robert de Sable laid siege from the city and the castle. The assassins withstood the assault, but briefly succumbed to another enemy later, the same year when Grandmaster El Mualim betrayed the Brotherhood and briefly seized control of Masyaf, using the powerful Apple of Eden artifact. His defeat at the hands of Altaïr Ibn-La'Ahad marked a turning point in assassin ideology. In later years, the assassins gradually abandoned many of the unnecessary rituals enforced by El Mualim over time. Altaïr, now a mentor himself, attempted to transform Masyaf into a place of learning and healing, opening the citadel's doors to recruits from around the world, and for a time he succeeded exceptionally well. For a time, though.
When he tires of running, an assassin must take to the air. Watch.
Ooh, nice. And naturally, you can just press middle mouse button or empty hand button, whichever one it is for you, to let go, really. Manage your movement speed by pressing or releasing right mouse button. Switch between high and low profile.
A Templar scout. And another there. Watch this. Assassin! Help!
Yusuf. Oh, it's hilarious. Bomba. So my guess is with the hook blade, how you stab someone is you probably loop it around them and then use the end of the hook to drive it into them, because you can't stab them with them like the normal blade. It's curved. So I'm guessing you have to go like pull your hand around them and then pull forward, or I don't know.
Time to part company. I'll head to the bazaar. You stay here. Do you see that tower?
See, the Galata Dane.
Evet. I can't be in two places at once, but with you here, I don't have to be. Haydi rastgele.
Alright, get to the Galata Assassin then. Oop. This is asking for me to zipline him. Boom bop. Damn it. Wasn't able to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Throw knife. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Whoa, mate. Come on, come on, come on. You serious? Go away. It doesn't even look like he got hit by it. Yeah, go and throw a knife back. That's cool. Okay, what's the full synchronization for this again? The zipline, wasn't it? Yeah, perform a zipline assassination. I'm glad it tells you when you complete it. That's like a circle thing. I don't like that it's just black when it shows up on screen. I'm not sure what it comes up as when you fail it. Hopefully it's red, because if it's both black, I probably won't have enough time to read it while I'm in battle. So I'm like, oh, I completed it, yay, but I probably failed it.
Gunebuk, Sheriff Usta.
Mentor, it is an honor.
Is Yusuf with you?
An attack in this city demands his attention. What is our situation?
We beat back the vanguard, but they are sure to send more troops.
Are your men ready for another fight?
They are now.
The Templars are preparing to attack the Galata Assassin Den. Lead your fellow assassins in its defense. On the defense. This is actually a new thing. You're not controlling Ezio completely. You'll see what happens. But this is actually a pretty cool mini-game. You don't do it much. I think you only do it this once. I don't remember how you do it again. But I remember this happens when Templars get too close to your dens and they try taking it for themselves. By the way, this is the equivalent of an assassin tower. An assassin tower which was once a Borgia tower. So in this case, we've turned into an assassin den. Alright. Defend the Galata Den against the Templar attacks. Defending units can be placed on rooftops and has been locked by a leader, locked rooftop, whatever. Okay. So yeah, we're basically spawning people. We tell assassins to go here and they basically shoot at incoming people and it's awesome. You can upgrade this shit. To add a defending unit, press Q, and to bring up the unit wheel and select the crossbowman. There is no crossbowman. Oh, there's a crossbowman right there. Never mind.
Take your stand there.
Okay. I'm gonna put that
Hold
there.
that point for me.
And you can go there, maybe. Okay, here comes people.
Secure that point.
How can I shoot? Can I shoot? Yes, I can shoot. Barricades may be placed in the street to slow the Templars' advance. Press Q to bring up the unit wheel and select the barricade. I will put it right there. And another one right there. And another one right there? I don't have any moral. Never mind. And there we go. Unlock another rooftop. Press Q to bring up the unit wheel. Then select the leader. Well, yep.
Defend that area.
Riflemen are strong against armored units. Press Q to open the unit wheel and select the rifleman unit. Got it?
Make your stand there. Make your stand there.
Yeah, they cost 15. That sucks. I can summon another crossbowman though.
Stand there. That point.
Move the cursor over the Templar group and press T to fire a cannon shot, or hold then release T for a cannon salvo at their location. Bomba! Oh boy, that looks cool. Oh, it's like the recruit thing as it just loads up. Cool.
Make your stand there.
More Templars are on their way to hold their advance, place riflemen on the rooftops and barricades in the streets. I've already done that, but I do need more barricades. You can actually upgrade these, so I like that. Move the cursor over an enemy and press left mouse button. Have Ezio shoot his gun. Yeah, I've already been doing that. They're running away. Okay. Oh, no they're not. Never mind. Ooh, what's that symbol? While I'm at it, I may as well summon a lot more people.
Make your stand there. Secure that point.
Ooh.
Make your stand there. Right there. Hold that point for me. Secure that point. Aim for that.
There we go. Assassin's Cold 28 cinch percent, 76%. There we go. Assassins lost 2. Oh, I lost assassins. Cannon shot fired 7. Den's remaining health 15. So 50%, and moral remaining 30%. 30. Duration 15. 5 minutes 20. I mean, okay, why did I say 15? It was only 76. Money 100. Assassin's Apprentice XP 800. Items sulfur, lamb's blood, tripwire, and caltrops. Nice. New unit, air assassins.
Send word if the Templars regroup. I will be with Yusuf at the Grand Bazaar Den.
Take a ferry across the Halij. It's the fastest way to the peninsula.